Alright, guys, welcome to game one, match one. We mulligan to 5, feeling pretty not good. Draw. We're just hoping to draw another land so we can play the Seagate Oracle. Do not get it, but have a way to get a third land. Witches start the beatdowns. End up getting the third land. Play take land as well. At least we can start fetching pieces with the maps. Finally have it. Kind of hoping that I don't know what we're really looking for right now. Basically a bunch of Mulldrifters back to back. But we can use Marauder to gain a bunch of life. We gain some more life. We go fetch another big land. We can use Haunted Fengraf to bring back one of the creatures. We're back at a high life total, so I'm pretty happy about where we're at right now. He makes us sacrifice that. We will get another Haunted Fengraf. Feeling, decently like we can recover at this point. He's only got one card in hand now. We're gonna start bringing back creatures. Feeling like we're in a good spot. Only get the Seagate Oracle, but good enough to get Rolling Thunder. Play that. Pass turn. So I'm pretty sure I'm just gonna Rolling Thunder his whole field next turn to reduce the pressure against us. I feel pretty bad about the fact that the way we played our land, we couldn't use Haunted Fengraf, but we'll be able to use Haunted Fengraf later on. Is what I'm thinking. Rolling Thunder's field, feeling pretty solid. Finally get this Mulldrifter. Mulldrifter leads to an Ulamog Crusher. We play that. Force him. Be like, okay, and then he's actually running Tragic Slip. Okay. I mean, not many of the mono blocks are running Tragic Slip anymore, but sure. Why not? End up playing Fangren Marauder and another Ulamog Crusher. Pretty sure we're going to win at this point, and he scoops. So game two, we just mulligan this opening hand. We mulligan down to 5, and then we scoop because we should have kept one of the first two hands. Now, I know it was a bad idea just to scoop without trying to play it out. Um, and then we end up mulliganing all the way down to 5 cards again in this hand. But I was feeling pretty confident because usually Tron just runs over mono black control, so I'm hoping that we didn't have to get to this point. I end up discarding the 2 Marauders because we're kind of far away from being able to cast them, and I was hoping to draw into stuff like, Mulldrifters. We crack it, go get the land. Him having a Triggering Rats right then kind of really screwed us because we're hoping for other cards. Maybe a Mulldrifter or the 1/3, the. But sure, why not? We get this out, planning on if he goes for the kill, we can crack a Golden Egg. But we end up not cracking it because we misclicked because we're a dummy. Pass turn, crack that, place it. We should have cracked it right away for a possible card to play. That was a mistake. So we missed out on 8 life earlier. We missed out on drawing a card. We lucked out for the fact that we did get a Marauder now. And we do gain all the life right now, but it's just like luck. It's not skill, it's luck. We gain enough life to survive for another turn. try to use this to kill those two creatures. He's Silent Blood, sure. This time we do crack it right away, but we only get a land. He ends up getting a Thorn of the Black Rose. Then I'm pretty sure he just rides that to victory. We would need like a bunch of Mulldrifters in a row together. Alright, and the game's over. I just concede. Okay, match 2, game 1. Logan down to 6. Playing against Mono Blue. Not feeling very good about this. Not usually a good matchup. I'm pretty sure that he has the Spellstar sprite, so that's why I was trying to force him into like playing something. And maybe we can play our 3 cost on turn 3. But he ended up having another 1 cost fairy and still having the Spellstar sprite anyways. So feeling pretty terrible at that point. He goes Ponder. Sure. I think we miss our land drop, or he counters the Golden Egg. Yeah, and then I scoop because we're going to be way too far behind at that point, and we go post sideboard. This hand feeling okay-ish. Not the best opening hand, but definitely not the worst one I've ever seen. Pass turn, play land. Weather the Storm's good for buying us time. Play another one. We end up going for the Seagate Oracle. He lets it resolve, and we get an Expedition map to be able to start putting together the combo. I mean, putting together Tron. So we play that knowing he might have Counterspell and having Pyroblast up. Because we bring 4 Pyroblast out of the sideboard. Start swinging for 1. We feel like we're in a really good spot. Because we are in a really good spot. I think we get Mulldrifter out next turn, and from there we can pretty much ride it. Reds. We swing for 1. Try to bait them. Nope. Finally counter something. We get a Marauder out there in response. And he scoops. Now we got game 3 going on. I keep this hand because it's got 2 Pyroblasts in its opening hand. That is legit the reason why I kept. And it might have been a mistake. We won't know. But I luck out and draw the second land without really having to worry about it. He ends up going for a Spellstar sprite. We use Pyroblast to get rid of that. We draw another land, which is good. Play that land. He again goes for a Spellstar sprite. This time, again, crack it. Pyroblast it again. Feeling pretty good about our choices. And hitting lands every single draw. I'm all like, yeah, we're going to run away with this. Surprised that that resolved, to be honest. I thought that he would have had another counter. But now he's got no creatures really going on. Which, no creatures, no pressure. We're just going to build up these lands. Maybe do a Rolling Thunder later on. Moment's Peace helps us out quite a bit. Keeps us alive. Ends up having to discard. We can cast stuff, but we choose not to at this point because until he taps out some of his mana, we're waiting to like be able to take advantage of all that. So we use Moment's Peace to make it so he doesn't draw another card. Try to bait something with that. We do have the backside of Moment's Peace. We're just building up our lands. We want to be able to go like Mulldrifter for, and then like he's gonna counter that, and then Rolling Thunder all his creatures afterwards. So we're kind of just building up our lands at the time, trying to get him to tap out. We end up getting a second Mulldrifter. Go past the first one. That one gets countered. Past the second one. That one luckily resolves. Feeling pretty good about ourselves. Don't want to play into the Spellstar right now. We do Weather the Storm to gain 18 life, which will put it really hard for him to kill us really quickly, so we can take our time and wait for him to mess up. So he puts Deprive on top. We're going to start casting these Seagate Oracles. Feeling like we might lose because he's drawing so much cards, so definitely the pressure's on. But not nearly as bad as if it was like early in the game. We end up taking the Pyroblast. We end up playing that. Goes to counter that. We Pyroblast that, and we have a Marauder now. It seems great. He bounces. We block one of the ninjas. Still at a high life total though, so we have time to recover. He uses Deprive again, and I'm pretty sure we just take a risk and go for the Rolling Thunder, kill his whole field. We missed. That felt pretty bad. Pretty bad. We're hoping that he didn't have another counter right there. Still have a high life total though, so we can still recover. Game is not over yet. Feel pretty good about that Seagate Oracle. First one resolves. Feels great. Second one, oh look, it resolves. Feels great again. Find a third one. Use that land to go crack and find another colored mana source. Play another Seagate Oracle. Get Prism. Feels great. Play Prism. Now he's no longer drawing cards off of his ninjas. He's got to beat us on his own merit type of thing. He puts Counterspell on top. Hits us for 2. We're at 26. Tragic Lessons kind of is a very good card against us. But I think we're going to do like a Haunted Fengraf. Like return a creature to our hand. Actually, we drew a Mulldrifter. He counters. Now that he's tapped out, we kill his whole board. And before we can show the card, he scoops. Alright. Alright, welcome. We keep our opening hand, planning on using Mulldrifter to draw 2. Mono white heroic, which does not seem like a great matchup with us not having a Stoneforge Mystic. We end up getting Tron, which feels pretty good. But he's gonna hit us like a truck. So we go to Mulldrifter, but I didn't think of the provoke, and we could have probably done that differently to be able to have the fog open. We lost. We have Tron as our opener, so we keep the hand. We have 2 Rolling Thunders now. Nothing to really play with this stuff though. And we're afraid to cast Rolling Thunder, in all honesty. But we try it, and he has an answer, which sucks. He just like super enchants it this turn. Play that. He goes for the win. We fog it. Feels pretty good. Now I'm kind of thinking that our best choice of win might be Rolling Thunder directly to the face and trying to survive till that point. But we got the Ulamog Crusher. Play the Ulamog Crusher. He has a Journey of Nowhere, sadly, though. And we look like... Oh, it's 11. We'll take 11 unless he has another pump. Okay, 11's fine. We keep that. We have Moment's Peace in the graveyard. And then we're going to be able to crack these artifacts after that to gain a bunch of life. Still trying to get to the point where we can do 18 damage directly to the face. Gain some life, play another creature, see what we can find. Moment's Peace is great. Buys us some more turns. Passing turns, fogs. We're almost there. A little bit more land, we can deal direct damage. Draw some more. Able to either fog or gain life or block, so we have a bunch of different options on how to survive now. Feeling like we might be able to get to the point where we can burn them to the face. Crack, gain a bunch of life. We should have cracked a Haunted Fengraf and replayed the Mulldrifter. That was a mistake on our part. But again, we were just trying to get to 18 mana. And currently we have 6, 10, 14, 18. We just need 2 more. So we just need, that's the reason why we didn't do it. We didn't crack his. We just need any Tron piece this turn. And then that's able for us to burn him directly to the face for 19 damage. Alright, and then that's game. Alright, game 3. Opening hand, I kept a terrible hand, and I should have not done it, but I figured if I got that second land, that I would be able to, like, wreck face. And we never get it, because I'm dumb. And I make dumb decisions. And I crack this, and I scoop. Alright, I was having difficulties recording match 4. We beat a Boros bully deck. You're gonna just have to trust me because match 4 just had issues. It wouldn't replay on a replay. So we're playing against Mono Black again. Hopefully we can redeem ourselves. Game 1 kind of have a slow start, but we have a pretty good play overall. The only thing I'm really worried about at this point is a bunch of Chittering Rats, possibly. We end up playing the Seagate Oracle, taking the Expedition map, playing that. He kills our Seagate Oracle. He's swinging, being aggressive. We go Expedition map, crack, play. We can play the Star, and we keep up Moment's Peace just in case we need it. His turn, he swings for another 3, puts us down to 12. Some more Ragers. We end up playing our land and using Rolling Thunder to clear his side of the field. Which feels pretty good. A 4 for 1 is really good in Pauper, you know? Don't get a lot of that. He rebuilt his field pretty quickly, though. That kind of scares us. We go Mulldrifter. We're trying to get more colored mana. We end up getting a colored mana, but instead of playing the second Mulldrifter, we play the Ulamog Crusher. Just in case he doesn't have targeted removal or 2 sacrifice effects for it. Grave Merchant puts us pretty low. Now we have Moment's Peace, plus we also have Golden Egg up for possible ways to live. So the only thing that really kills us is a Grave Merchant. And then we gain a bunch of life off these Marauders. Leave that, crack that, play Golden Egg, crack the Golden Egg, gain some more life, puts us up to 22. And we're also pretty close to just burning him out with Rolling Thunder, so I think that's the plan at this point. Because we got 18 plus the 2 Cave of Temptations. So that kills him. Game 2 of match 5. We keep a hand that doesn't have any Tron pieces, but colored mana and a way to draw a bunch of cards, so I'm feeling okay-ish about it. He goes with the Wrenchbind. We decide not to get rid of most of our cards. Might have been the wrong play. Drawing cards might have been more a premium in this match. Still, no. We end up cracking this, planning on using it for Mulldrifter. We decide to just regular cast Mulldrifter the following turn. Probably was too shy with playing Mulldrifter. We just use Weather the Storm just to gain some life, keep our total a little bit higher. Hoping to start hitting some Tron pieces after this. There's another Tron piece. We're hoping for one more Hofen to get the tower so we could just wipe his whole board like we did in game 1 again. But he's kind of picking apart our hand. Drawing a bunch of cards. We crack that. We're hoping for a land. End up not getting it. And he made us discard 2 more, and at that point I decided to scoop and go on to game 3. Okay, open. We mulliganed, decided to keep a 1 land, 5 card hand rather than keep one of the first 2. It was kind of crazy. And then we lost that, so we felt real dumb. We decided not to crack this because we were hoping to see what we could draw, either artifacts or for like another land to see what we could do. We end up getting a Prophetic Prism, luckily. Next turn, we go find the tower and cast the Seagate Oracle. Or actually, we just play the land and cast the Seagate Oracle. I don't know why we didn't crack. That was dumb. I think we get the Mulldrifter out this. Play the Mulldrifter. Got another Mulldrifter. Loving that. Now we're doing pretty well with the drawing. We're probably going to use this Haunted Fengraf at some point, maybe to draw a card. I mean, to make him use that Nihil Spellbomb. We get the Monarch. He's at 13. We feel pretty good. We end up casting the Marauder, drawing a card. We have a second Fengraf, Haunted Fengraf. He ends up cracking it. We crack our Fengraf to be able to draw more cards because that's really important in this matchup. As long as we can keep a steady amount of card draw, we'll eventually beat them out. We decided to kill that guy just so that we can keep the Monarch, because I figure if I hold on to the Monarch, again, steady card draw, we end up doing more powerful things than he does. We end up playing an Ulamog Crusher after that. Play a Chromatic Star, pass turn, plenty of blockers, feeling pretty great. He defiles the Marauder, which is interesting. We end up getting to swing with the Crusher and playing another Mulldrifter. He got rid of both his creatures, which I don't really agree with, unless, like, the only way that that makes sense is if you have Pestilence and you can immediately wipe the field afterward. You know? So we play another Marauder, we play Ulamog Crusher, we're swinging for 2 in the air, pass turn, after we get the Monarch. And then he just sees what's in his hand, sees the field, and then scoops. We end up going 3-2. Sorry that I couldn't get match 4 for you guys, but I appreciate you guys watching. Please like and subscribe if you have not yet.